Welcome to Community Journal once again. Today we're at True North Farm in Harwich, and it's out on the way to the dump, I guess.
It is, right on the road to the dump.
Right on the road to the dump, if you've seen all these buildings as you've driven by. And today we have Mrs. Kay Slater with us, and we've been watching her ride her horse. And you want to tell us a little bit about those exercises and what they mean?
When you first got here, I was working in a dressage set with my trainer, Sue Roberto, and we were working on flexibility and strengthening for a horse of mine that's rehabbing from an injury. We're also working in dressage so that we can compete successfully in the sport of eventing, because dressage is one of the components of the triathlon that eventing is. So we practice that, but we also mostly do it because it's Pilates for horses, really. It helps their strength and conditioning.
And what are the other things that go into this event?
Into the sport of eventing, there's 3 phases. The first is dressage, which is sort of like a pairs figure skating or a freestyle figure skating competition. It's a set program that you have to learn ahead of time, and it varies in difficulty depending on the level that you're competing. The next phase is cross country, which is to test endurance and courage and sort of quick reflexes. It's based on the military, when they used to have to cross big spans of terrain to spy on things and do whatever, but now we just canter over logs and ditches and banks and things like that. And then the third phase is show jumping, which is over jumps like what we have in our ring here. So rails that come down, and that's to test if the horse is still agile and careful after going cross country.
That sounds like a real tough endurance.
It's an interesting sport because, unlike other horse disciplines, we have to train in all 3. We have to be good dressage riders, especially now it's gotten quite competitive in dressage. We have to be very skilled cross-country riders because it's getting quite technical now with lots of questions that we have to ask the horse on cross-country. And we have to be good show jump riders. So we have to, it's a challenge training in all 3 pieces to be a successful event rider.
So does that take up most of your time here now, training in those events?
We have a pretty well-established training program now. When you first interviewed us, when you guys came when we opened in 2010, we were just getting established. I'd been teaching before, but now that we've been here for a good solid 3 years, we've really developed a good team of riders and begun to really figure out our training program that works for us here on the Cape. We have a different climate than off Cape, so that affects, we're able to do a little bit more. And the training regimen really depends on the horse. It depends on the level they're competing, it depends on the skill of the rider, and it depends on what the horse's needs are. But we also do a whole a very busy lesson business, just teaching riders to ride well. So we have a very big training component. Our kids are quite successful. We've had kids in the area championships in New York every year since we opened, which is pretty unusual. They've been very successful. We had one rider who went to the U.S. Pony Club National Championships and was 8th in the country in the musical freestyle and dressage. So we've done some really good stuff. But where it really starts is with our little, we call them the grasshoppers, our little beginning riders, and that's where the training really begins, giving them a good start, good skills, confidence, and safe knowledge about how to be around the horses. And those are the kids that are really going to grow up into be incredible athletes and trainers, and hopefully have a whole lot of fun along the way.
Well, that'd be great. Now, do you have a good crew there?
We do. We teach pretty much full-time Monday through Friday during the school year, and on Saturdays. During the summer, we teach Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 8 o'clock at night, pretty much all day long. We're glad when it lets up a little bit in the winter. We do a lot of other programs as well. We are a U.S. Pony Club Riding Center, so we run a Pony Club program as well, which is really a great thing because Pony Club's got a very well-established curriculum on horse education, so we can build all of our programming around that for our kids. We do a little program for our grasshoppers, we call them, on the weekends, which is an unmounted educational program, again, based on the U.S. Pony Club curriculum. It's really super. And we have a middle school program that we're starting on Saturdays because we've really been we have a big body of middle school riders now, and they've wanted to get to know each other better and get a little bit more serious about their riding now that they're starting to get quite good. So we have lots of different programs. We run a summer camp in the summer. We do lots of clinics with visiting expert trainers and some shows in the summer as well. So busy.
It does sound like you're very busy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can't complain.
well, that's great. And now, do you have shows in here at all?
We do have shows occasionally here, usually either dressage or show jumping shows. And we don't host a lot of shows. Most of our competition is off Cape. We travel pretty much full-time in the summer on the weekends, depending which team is going out, whether it's our advanced kids that are competing in recognized level, national level eventing. Those kids travel all over New England and New York, as do I with my horses. But we also have a circuit of, our middle schoolers and our students that are new to eventing or showing that show more locally. So we're off Cape almost every weekend all summer and spring and fall. We've just stopped traveling this weekend. This is going to be our first weekend really home the whole time. So looking forward to that.
Well, we're glad to have gotten you to this weekend. You certainly are very busy.
We are.
And you certainly have a great program.
Thank you. Thank you. I was lucky enough to grow up around some, legends in our sport and learned from them. I'm also coached. My other coach is my brother, Tom Davis, and so I'm surrounded by very good mentors, and they've, their influence is everywhere here. It's really a wonderful thing.
Well, that's great. And so, well, we thank you for this interview and bringing us up to date on what's been going on here.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. It was nice to share this beautiful day with you.
Thank you very much. We hope you've enjoyed this interview. Okay, Kay, would you mind giving us your address? Tell us exactly where you're located and give us your email address and your phone number and whatever.
Find us?
How to
Great.
find you.
Great. Well, as many people know, we get a lot of drop-in traffic because we're on the way to the dump in Harwich. But we're a little bit hard to miss. We have a beautiful sign out front that says True North. But we're at 339 Queen Anne Road in Harwich. It's hard to miss our indoor arena. It's right by the road, so we're pretty easy to find. We have a website that's www.truenortheventing.com. Our barn phone number is 774-408-7157. And we have email address as well, which is K, my name, at truenortheventing.com or info@truenortheventing.com. But the best way that we like people to contact us is to just drop in. We love visitors, and you're welcome anytime.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll take you up on that.